In South African politics, economic freedom fighters leader Julius Malema has captured the attention of the nation with his bold promises of job creation and economic revitalization. As the founder of the third-largest political party in the country, Malema's recent address at the Moses Mabhida Stadium in Durban unveiled the party's election manifesto, focusing on commitments rather than mere promises. This essay delves into the key elements of Malema's economic agenda, analyzing the potential impact of his proposals on South Africa's current socio-economic landscape. To understand the significance of Malema's promises, it is crucial to contextualize the current political landscape in South Africa. The ruling African National Congress, which has governed the country since the end of apartheid, faces various challenges, leading to increased competition from opposition parties like the EFF. Malema's party gained considerable support in the 2019 elections, positioning itself as a formidable opposition force. With polls suggesting a potential decline in ANC's electoral support, Malema's promises take center stage in the upcoming elections. The EFF's popularity, especially among the youth, can be attributed to its radical policies, including the expropriation of white-owned land and the nationalization of mines and banks. Malema's controversial stance on these issues has polarized opinions, making him a divisive figure in South African politics. Expelled from the ANC, Malema has become one of the ruling party's staunchest critics, amplifying his influence and visibility. At the core of Malema's election manifesto is the commitment to create jobs for millions of unemployed South Africans. This comes at a time when the country grapples with an unemployment rate exceeding 30%. Malema's promise to address this crisis involves the creation of social housing, road infrastructure projects, and a pledge to stop the power blackouts that have been crippling the economy. The EFF leader's emphasis on job creation is encapsulated in the party's election slogan, "Jobs and Land Now. Stop load shedding." Malema's manifesto goes beyond economic issues, extending to the pervasive problems of corruption and crime in South Africa. He pledges to jail politicians and public servants implicated in corruption, demonstrating a commitment to clean governance. Additionally, Malema vows to increase the visibility of police and soldiers, emphasizing the need to enhance public safety. These promises align with the EFF's broader goal of addressing socio-political challenges alongside economic issues. In an effort to alleviate poverty, the EFF promises to increase social welfare grants and introduce a basic income grant for the unemployed. This commitment reflects an understanding of the deep-seated socio-economic disparities in South Africa and aims to provide a safety net for vulnerable populations. Malema's focus on social welfare underscores the party's commitment to inclusivity and addressing the needs of the most marginalized segments of society. Malema's promises have resonated with a significant portion of the South African population, particularly among those who feel disenfranchised and disenchanted with the status quo. Supporters clad in red party regalia, chanting liberation slogans, expressed their confidence in the EFF's ability to bring about tangible change. The party's potential to surpass the Democratic Alliance in the upcoming elections, as suggested by polls, underscores the growing influence of Malema and the EFF in South African politics. While the EFF's promises have garnered support, they have also faced criticism and skepticism. Detractors argue that the party's radical proposals, such as the expropriation of land without compensation, could have adverse effects on the economy and investor confidence. The lack of a clear implementation plan for the outlined policies raises concerns about the feasibility of Malema's commitments. Skeptics question whether the EFF's promises are grounded in practicality or are merely election-driven rhetoric. South Africa's political landscape is not limited to the ANC and EFF. Several smaller parties, led by former members of major political entities, are entering the fray. Former ANC President Jacob Zuma's new party, Umkhonto we Sizwe and Mzimama's Boza present alternative choices for voters. The emergence of these parties adds complexity to the electoral landscape, raising questions about the potential impact of their participation on the overall political dynamics in South Africa. In conclusion, Julius Malema's promises of job creation and economic revitalization have injected vigor into the South African political landscape. The EFF's manifesto, with its emphasis on commitments rather than promises, seeks to address pressing issues like unemployment, corruption, and crime. Malema's popularity, especially among the youth, signals a shifting political climate in South Africa. However, the feasibility of the EFF's proposals and their potential consequences remain subjects of debate. As the country approaches the upcoming elections, the electorate faces critical choices that will shape the trajectory of South Africa's socio-economic and political future.